to it.
If you want to lead by example, look at Kendall Fisher. Grace Howerton wants aggression and just a lot of high-paced movement. Kendall Fisher is the person for the job. And that's just balls in her hands, boom, she's already down the end of the court. When Grace Howerton wants everything slowed down, she slows things down. But Kendall Fisher coming back for a 5th year because she wants to add more leadership to the squad.
And it goes in and out on the missed free throw. And now here comes the Cardinals going the other way. Lawless. And it's a traveling call on Lawless. So we will go the Blue Devils' way now with 2:08 to play here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Lawless realizing that nobody was there but already took in her step and was way off balance on that pass attempt. So that was an easier turnover for the Blue Devils' sake.
So Addie Nagel get things going here for the Blue Devils. Trying to go open. Here comes Evans with a jump shot. She'll get it again on the offensive rebound, and she scores off the glass just like that.
Great offensive board. That's so huge for the Blue Devils.
1:45 to play here in the opening quarter. Lawless being double teamed. She'll get it right back. And it's a jump ball, and looks like we will stay with Concordia.
Great block right there by Ferris. She got a clean block on there, and with the ball still being low enough, Fisher was able to come from behind and get her hands on it, therefore no foul being called.
Ellie Calder will inbound for Concordia. She'll give it over to Majeski, who just came onto the game. Oh, and a bad miss pass there by Majeski, and we will go the Blue Devils' way as it go out of bounds.
That is back-to-back turnovers right there by the Cardinals. Just really sloppy style turnovers. First, the traveling, and then just the bad pass.
So under 90 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Blue Devils leading 15-7 over Concordia. Here comes Dominique Evans, gives it over to Maggie Long. Kendall Fisher has 6 points tonight. Oh, she lost it on the handle and gives it over to Lawless.
Thinking a little bit too fast was Fisher right there. Wanted to go for a drive, lost the handle, wanted to pull up, didn't get that one either.
And Lawless looks like she will head to the line. So Kirsten Lawless.
If it's anything for the Blue Devils to get back on a track, it's right here at home, in which they've done a lot better at home as of late. And as Kendall Fisher will take a seat, and Kate Jacobs comes back onto the court.
And Dominique Evans will come out here. Of course, Kirsten Lawless will shoot for 2. She is from New Orleans, Louisiana. 11 for 31 in free throw attempts, and make that 11 and 32. She played 16 minutes against Indiana Tech, only got 2.6 rebounds. Can she get the second one to go on basket? Yes, she does. So
right
Izzy View coming back onto the floor for Concordia.
Right now for LTU, they just got to maintain the composure. Even though with all the technical difficulties at the beginning of the game, they've got to keep themselves under control and just play their hearts out.
Intended pass trying to go for Katie Jacobs, and now Concordia will go the other way. And Misher locks it on the handle, gives over to Dominique Evans at midcourt. 40 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Ferris to Long. She's being double teamed by Leatherman. Jacob will get it again. 25 to go. Katie Jacobs, she lost it on the handle once again. And here's a breakaway chance for Taylor Leatherman. And she missed it on the jumper. 12 seconds to play. Shot clock turned off. Addie Nagel, one last chance here in the first quarter. Trying to pivot around. Shooting, goes out the glass and couldn't do it. And the first quarter comes to an end. So the Blue Devils, comfortable first quarter of action. They lead 15-8 over Concordia. Impressive start there, John.
Yeah, no, very impressive start and very aggressive start too. And they're taking advantage of the turnovers there by Concordia. 4 turnovers and 4 points off of turnovers for LTU. So they're taking advantage of all the free opportunities that they've been given, but also within that last minute, Concordia had some really great ball screen coverage right there, because therefore that prevents the path from the ball handler to go around, and therefore forcing a trap, forcing them to retreat, and no open passing. They did that on the last 3 possessions via LTU to Concordia. So therefore that created some more turnovers on the LTU end, some bad passes. Concordia was able to take some passes away, but still the Cardinals were not able to convert on the other end off of their turnovers.
So far, Lawrence Tech impressive in field goals with 46%. And, of course, for Concordia, very impressive on free throws, of course, with 67%. As we are going down the stretch for the final games of the regular season of the 22-23 season, I got to say that the Blue Devils hopefully can make it to the postseason, because right now it's very interesting to see how things are going to go throughout the last few games of the season for both men's and women's. But you never know what to expect, what's going to happen here throughout the last few games of the regular season.
No, you never know what's going to expect. And for those of you who don't know how the system works, it's the top 8 teams that get to go into the WAC tournament. And the top 4 teams get to host the games for the quarterfinal setup. And so right now, with the Blue Devils being at number 7, they want to work their way up and try to win out throughout the rest of the season, especially in that home stretch.
So we are underway here in the second quarter. Blue Devils lead 15-8 over Concordia. Great to have you with us here on the LTU Sports Network as Dominique Evans gives it over to Jade Ferris. Kendall Fisher right down the perimeter, lost it, and it's a breakaway chance. And here is Michener. Michener gets taken down and a blocking foul.
Now, right there, just another steal and a takeaway because of the ball screen coverage. That's why I mentioned within the last minute of the last quarter. So another ball screen coverage setup in which forced Fisher to go around but not really break inside the perimeter, and just lost the handle on the ball, and that was just an easier takeaway and a steal.
So Dominique Evans with her first foul of the second quarter. That is her second of the game, as Ciara Michener puts home the first free throw. Of course, Michener is from Flint, Michigan. She averaging 36% in field goal attempts. And she has now made 60% in free throws, as we are now to a 5-point game. And another steal, as Michener went out of bounds for sure, and we will go LTU's way once more. Kylie Beatty just entering the game. Oh! And Beatty gets caught. Foul away from the play, and Concordia will go the other way. Just 36 seconds into the second quarter.
I mean, both teams are just trying to out-grit each other, just trying to outdo each other in terms of aggressiveness. As we get another foul away from the ball.
A sequences of fouls here so far here today. And of course you see the Concordia coach Elise Glump in her first year with the Cardinals, trying to explain to the refs. Julia Ferris, nice sequence, and it goes off of Michener, and we will stay LTU's way. It was an intended pass for Katie Jacobs.
No, Michener is all over the place. She nearly had 2 steals right there, but forced both of them going out of bounds. So this is just the grittiness of all the players right here.
Bad turnover. And here comes Caldner. Caldner to Michener. Being double teamed, here comes Caldner. Now the jumper from Dorn, and she missed it. And another opportunity, and it missed it again. And Michener couldn't get to it, and it looks like we will get a timeout on LTU. 30 seconds.
That was a well-placed timeout, though, because thank goodness enough for Kate Jacobs to actually get the rebound on that, because had it still been loose, the possession would have stayed with the Cardinals. So that was just a well-called timeout right there by Grace Howergan, knowing that their team's going to have possession coming out of this to really try to really build up a lead, because they have not yet scored here in the second quarter. So the sloppiness, the amount of fouls, the turnovers, everything's just not going very smoothly. They're trying to play with a lot of aggression, a lot of grit. They're trying to match the Cardinal end because that's what they do very well, and they've done that throughout the entire season. So trying to slow things down, go back to their traditional ways, and just really try to smoothen things out.
And, of course, we saw some sequences of fouls there early on here in the second quarter as the Blue Devils will inbound the basketball as Kendall Fisher will go racing down the court. Gillian Huey gives it over to Jay Ferris. Now Kylie Beatty. Fisher once more. Ferris. Offensive foul.
Called a block on
blocking foul, excuse me.
There's a lot of hard contact here, Jan, and it's because of these teams and their amount of aggressiveness right there. Jade Ferris, a hard drive to the basket. As we get a bit of a discussion right here, and they'll bring the refs together.
And referees are looking to have a discussion here.
It seems like they reversed the call. One official called for a block and the other one called for a charge, and they will stick with the charge call.
Yeah, it is a charging foul on number 33, Jade Ferris for LTU. That's her first foul of the game. We are 90 seconds into the first half. Letterman. View. Dorn. Dorn's defended by Beatty. And now jumper being made, in and out it goes, and he sticks it in. Allie Kaltner puts it in.
Good conservative jumper right there by Kaltner from the wing. Can't do it any better.
That's her first 2 points of the game. As Katie Jacobs will get a response, and she does just like that. And right now, it is now a 5-point game with 7:50 to play here in the first half.
First points of the game for LTU in this second quarter, so that was good for them to really break out.
Here's Dorn. At the perimeter, gives it over to View. Gardner. And on a shot. Oh, locked it on the handle, and we will stay Concordia's way as it was last touch off of Julia Huey.
Now, this is good defensive set. They're really forcing Concordia to stay around the perimeter, but not allowing the perimeter shooters to get going.
Shot clock at 3. Can Concordia get it? Yes! Right at the buzzer, just like that.
Just out of the reach of Kate Jacobs. Even though that was a mismatch right there, still able to get it around the arm swing.
Deficit now down to 3 for Concordia as Julia Huey will try a 3-point shot and couldn't connect. Here comes Samantha Dorn for Concordia. And she lost it on the handle and will stay the Cardinals' way.
Always got to have eyes in the back of your head with Kendall Fisher. She will come up from behind, knock that ball free. That way it's anybody's ball.
So 7:01 to play here in the half. As Jade Fair, or Gabby Go, excuse me, who will replace Kylie Beatty. And Addie Nagel will return to the floor, replacing Jade Ferris.
Yeah, Goff and Nagel, more versatility really around the perimeter and also in the high post.
6:56 to go. Here's Leatherman. Leatherman with 3 points tonight. Oh, what a block. Julia Huey gets it going. And now Kendall Fisher will go pick it up for LTU. Racing down floor it goes. She'll try to jump shot. Couldn't connect. Here's Ellie Gardner for Concordia. Goes off the shoot, but she'll get it right back. From Kirsten Blessing it goes. That's the jump shot missed by Izzy View.
Great sequence on the defensive end. A little bit rushed on the offensive side in that last possession, so hopefully everything can be slowed down right here.
Here comes Addie Nagel. Gives over to Kendall Fisher. She's defended by Leatherman. Fisher will get it. Goes over to Katie Jacobs. Now Julia Huey. Huey defended by McCullough. Now Kendall Fisher. 5 seconds on the shot. And it goes out of bounds. And looks like we'll stay with...
This ball's going to stay with LTU.
Yeah, LTU.
Again, the good ball screen coverage, that forces Kendall Fisher to really back up. And feeling her momentum going out of bounds, she quickly threw it off the defender as they got 3 seconds to get this ball in.
Here we go. Nagel trying to shot. Addie Nagel put that one on YouTube. She got it just in time as the shot clock has expired.
She got 13 the last time they faced off against the Cardinals. That's her first bucket of the night.
That was a lucky shot from Addie Nagel. Here comes Calder. And now Lawless couldn't get it off the glass. And fouls on Lawless, and we will go with LTU once more.
Yeah, Lawless is going to be called for it. She got the arm hooked around Kate Jacobs right there on that rebound attempt, and still carrying with her when the ball was loose, therefore an easy foul to call.
And that is Lawless' first foul of the game here with 5:30 to play here in the half. Katie Jacobs now with 4 points tonight, gives over to Addie Nagel. Nagel to Fisher, excuse me. Fisher, oh, nice moves. Fisher off the back iron. Pick up by Caldner. Or the arrow Misher. Dorn 3-point shot. Couldn't go. And it's a foul being called. Offensive foul, and we will go LTU's way.
That's the second offensive foul called on Lawless. And she couldn't believe that one as she hit the deck when she got tangled up right there with Gabby Goff.
So right now, an aggressive second quarter so far here as we're halfway through it. Addie Nagel on the far side of the court. Bound pass it over to Jade Ferris. Ferris defended by Letterman. Ferris got to get things going.
3-second violation. Ferris just cannot find an open shooter anywhere. Therefore, this is the 3-second call. This is a rather low-scoring game for the first half of play, but it's just the amount of aggressiveness that both these teams are playing. Therefore, hence, low amount of scoring, a lot of action, a lot of contact, a lot of fouls being called. Just a lot of grit.
Yeah, it's been a low-scoring second quarter here so far. 6-1 for Concordia, 4 for Lawrence Tech. Like you said there, John, a lot of aggressiveness to be made. Dorn. Here's Caldner. Offensive foul away from the play.
Third offensive foul in 3 consecutive offensive sequences for the Cardinals. That's very displeasing, really, because that's just what you cannot allow to have, and all of it away from the basketball. So everything's just not going as coordinated for the Cardinals right now.
Here comes Julia Huey, gives it over to Gabby Go. Fisher, defended by Letterman. 4:13 to play here in the opening half. Huey bounce down, gives it over to Addie Nagel. Going down Main Street, and she comes up short. And Concordia will go the other way. Here is Caldner. Gives over to Dorn. She's defended by Nagel at the far side. Caldner 3-point shot. Goes off the back iron, and it's picked up by Jade Ferris. Here is Kendall Fisher with 8 points tonight.
Rebounds are now even, 14 apiece for both sides.
3:34 to play, and we get a traveling on Fisher.
Yeah, she can't believe that. She thought she had her 2 steps in and then was trying one last shot attempt. So a lot of turnovers and a lot of offensive fouls called in this entire second quarter. A lot more fouls, I would say, more than points on either side.
So far, both of these teams have 7 fouls in the half. As Calder gives over to View. 8 on the shot clock. Dorn, jumper, off the back iron goes and picked up by Gabby Go. Here is Kendall Fisher. Recently broke the 2,000-point plateau just a few games ago. And it's intercepted by Michener, and we will go Concordia's way.
Concordia is shooting 5 of 24 from the field goal range. That's only about a 20 percentile. LTU 8 of 19, 42. So Concordia's taking a lot of shots. They're 0 of 6 from three-point range. This is just not usual. This is not like the Cardinal offense that has been like very dominant thus far, especially down the stretch of the year.
And here is Chloe Bisball, who just came onto the game. As here is Michener trying to go for the jump shot. Picked up by Gabby Go. Here is Kendall Fisher. 2:35 to play here in the half. 5-point lead for the Blue Devils. As Maggie Long will give it over to Gabby Go. Kendall Fisher. Trying to wait for a moment, but she waited too long.
Another offensive foul called in the second quarter. This time they're going to get Gabby Go off on an illegal screen. And that's going to put Concordia in the bonus.
Been a tough second quarter so far here for both of these teams in case of foul troubles. Brisball pivots around, gives it over to View. Brisball once more, bounce pass it over, and we got a foul being called. And it looks like it's on Kendall Fisher.
Referees are going to have discussion right here because one official called for a kickball on Fisher. That's not a foul. And then another official along the baseline, he called a foul. So we're going to see. This could probably go either way.
So let's see what's the calls be made. And it looks like we'll head to the line. And it's Taylor Leatherman.
They will stick with the foul call. And the foul is going to be on Fisher. That's her first.
Or actually make that Maggie Long. So Taylor Leatherman, 1 for 1 tonight in free throw attempts. Make it 2 for 2. And I gotta say, Taylor Leatherman has been very impressive. Of course, she leads the team. Of course, she's shooting 46% in field goal attempts. And of course, she averages 15 points per game coming into tonight.
Pretty good average, and Kendall Fisher, or Cope, basically right there along her 15 points a game, also coming in tonight.
Kenny Jacobs, Fisher. All right, got things going all alone. Selecki coming into the game. Fisher, 7 on the shot. Fisher missing it. And here comes Concordia. So far, 8 second quarter points as Letterman pulls up short. Pick up by Bisball on the offensive rebound. Bisball will get it here with 1:22 to play. Leatherman. 7 on his shot. Here comes Mitchner. Comes up short. Picked up by Bisball. They got to hurry. And here comes Kendall Fisher here for LTU. Fisher. All alone. She almost put it in. And we will go Concordia's way at the foul being called.
Yeah, Kate Jacobs trying to come in for that offensive board. Came in a little bit too hard. That is correction. They got to call that foul on Olivia Selecki just off the bench. Selecki's gotten a few starts in the past couple of weeks. And Grace Howergan has really changed up the lineup just in preparation for each opponent. And for tonight, they try to go really size and versatility down low.
So Chloe Bisball with her first 2 free throws, and I'm not sure what that was, but at least she was trying to do a unique way of shooting a free throw.
Very high arcing. Some shooters are like that.
And she missed both of them. Picked up by Katie Jacobs. As clock will wind down here with under a minute to play. 3-point lead for the Blue Devils. Here comes Kendall Fisher. Bounce pass it over to Katie Jacobs. And somehow kept it in play. Evans, in and out. And here is Bisball on the run for Concordia. 40 seconds to play here in the half. Mitchner, Leatherman, trying to go for a tie score, but could not get to it. And now we're down to 30 seconds. Shot clock now at 23. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Kendall Fisher hoping to milk the clock here.
Almost about a 10-second difference.
9 on the shot. They got to hurry. 10 seconds to play. Maggie Long three-pointer. Oh, yes! Smoking. What a way to get things going for Maggie Long. And just like that, we end the first half with the Blue Devils leading 22-16.
No, Maggie Long just leaving off where she just starting off where she left off. Last time against Concordia, she led the team with 14 points in that game back in Ann Arbor and gets that 3 ball to end this half, which has been a rather very aggressive first half, low scoring amounts, and a lot of fouls on either side. I think both teams definitely need to clean some stuff up on the offensive and defensive side, because a lot of fouls lead to turnovers, a lot of fouls lead to foul trouble for all the starters, and they just send everybody to the line. And it's more on the LTU side because Concordia, they've been taking a lot of shots, but they all have not been falling. They're only 5 of 29 from field goal range. There's 0 for 8 from beyond the arc. But from the free throw line, they're 6 of 9. That's pretty good average, and that's the whole chunk of their points in this entire first half. So definitely for both of these teams is just crisping up, stay out of foul trouble, but keep that aggressiveness going.
So the Blue Devils heading to their locker room with a 22-16 lead over Concordia. We'll take a quick break, and we'll see you back here for the third quarter of action here on the LTU Sports Network.